Hola, Minasan! Welcome back for another round of Battletech Mechwarrior research. We got a very unique viewer recommended situation here. Gitek Tues 29 and Caleb Jones 3636 recommended me to check out the Black Pants Legion. They said that the Magi, the video on the Magi, is a good video to check out. The problem is that the Magi video is 90 minutes long, and I'm trying to stay 30 minutes and under on the videos that I research because I don't want my YouTube videos, my own research videos, to exceed 60 minutes between the video itself that I'm researching and my research takes. I do thank you guys for recommending me this channel, but gotta try and keep it under 30 minutes, as best as possible. So I'm going to cover Black Pants Legion's coverage of the Atlus lore. It's called Battletech Mechwarrior Lore, the Atlus Lore and More. It's a short video. It's a good sized video, and at the very least, it'll give me a chance to familiarize myself with the Black Pants Legion, to see just how good he covers the lore, and if and how much research I could get out of it, and for future videos, because there is a lot of videos he did that are 90 minutes. But there are also videos that are 30 minutes and under, and so I'm hoping that could find somebody who's doing the Magi, because apparently the Magi is supposed to be the first mech suit in Battletech lore, according to the lore, and I would like to cover that and see how the story was written in terms of the origins of the mechs that are used in this series. That's actually a pretty interesting piece of writing to research. So big thanks to Gitek Tues 29 and Caleb Jones 3636 for recommending me the Black Pants Legion channel at the very least. But yeah, we got to keep it. I got to keep these videos 30 and under. These that I'm watching. Can't afford to go beyond 1 hour. So, call to action: comment, like, subscribe, follow, and hit the notification bell. And let us begin the research. Laser beams.
Enemy mech destroyed.
The Atlus. So that's the Atlus. Looks pretty interesting.
Hey folks, Tex of the Black Pants Legion, and it's time to talk Battletech. In this series, I will be exploring Battletech as a setting, talking about the lore, the wars, the people, and most importantly, the mechs. In the setting of Battletech, sooner or later, you're going to see an Atlus.
That artwork was good.
Because it's the very definition of an assault mech. It's big. It's scary. It even has a fucking spooky skull face. I mean, what's not to love? At 100 tons even, and spouting enough armor and weaponry to crush most mechs head on or underfoot. The Atlus is an iconic representation of the assault mech class. Intimidating, old, and angry. The Atlus was originally designed under specifications from none other than Alexander Kerensky himself in 2755, probably in a bid to ensure that the Star League Defense Force maintained absolute military superiority over untrustworthy and fickle member states. Perhaps Kerensky saw the future coming, with the constant arms race of the Inner Sphere hastening its demise, and thus wanted to guarantee that any rebellious notions were quashed upon seeing the full might of the SLDF.
Was that a pair of wheels around his crotch? Did I see that right? Those are wheels around his crotch. So, is it like a transforming mech, or or is that just an aesthetic, or is that supposed to be to do the leg joints to make it, the hip area to move the legs like this? I don't know. All I know is it's got wheels around his crotch. I'm very curious. Is the weaponry laser based? I'm sure I'd probably explain it, but I didn't. It didn't even catch on to me that there may be laser based weapons in BattleTech. And the skull's really cool too. Very intimidating. Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive design to go with the skull head.
Were quashed upon seeing the full might of the SLDF. Kerensky's specifications are somewhat poetic, though in truth practical as the man was himself. Kerensky was directly quoted to say that he wanted a mech as powerful as possible, as impenetrable as possible, and as ugly and foreboding as conceivable, so that fear itself will be our ally.
Oh.
Perhaps not the words to share with the general public. However, it's just the right choice of words for dedicated engineers who turn the mighty forges of war. From the Ameris Civil War to Operation Exodus, through the Succession Wars, the Clan Invasion, and the Fedcom Civil War, from Solaris 7 to the Battle of Luthien, the Atlus has stood its ground and pounded flat all opposition. Built by Defiance Industries, Independent Weaponry, Robinson Standard Battle Works, and Yori Mech Works, there is no shortage of the Atlus. Merely enough for whatever the hell you need one for. If you can afford it, that is.
Oh.
Oftentimes the Atlus is just the perfect weapon system for the job. That job slowly entails steamrolling a planet's defenses flat, comfortably seated in the confines of your Death's Head cockpit. That's quite reasonable for 9.6 million C-bills on the open market. Now to the technical details. Because of the widespread production of the Atlus and the sheer longevity and popularity of its design, it becomes very difficult to say with any certainty what a standard Atlus is, as almost everyone is a unique individual as its pilot.
Okay.
Oftentimes an Atlus will be handed down, as they have a tendency to outlive their commanders, each in turn adding to, modifying, or fine-tuning the death machine for yet another generation of classy, stompy robot.
Alright, so they repurposed this stuff. Alright.
Standard Atlus, if you can call that such a thing, is the AS-7D. A mech.
Let's check this out here. Manufacturer Yori Mech Works, Defiance Industries, Independence Weaponry, Robinson Standard Battle Works. So 4 different manufacturers built this. Production year was 2755. AS-7D model. Assault class cost 9.6 million C-bills. I'm gonna need to find out what C stands for. I'm assuming credits. Technical specifications: mech type Innisphere, 100-ton mass. Foundation type 10X on the chassis. Armor is Duralex Heavy Special. Engine is FLAR 300. Communication system is Angst Discom. Targeting tracking systems Angst Accuracy. Heat sinks 20. I'm gonna need to know what that is. 54 kilometers per hour speed. It's pretty fast actually. Armament: 1 autocannon. I'm assuming 20 bullets at a time. 1 LRM-20. 1 SRM-6. 4 medium lasers. BV 1.0. 1500. 57. I'm assuming that's volts. BB 2.0. 1897. I'm gonna have to look. Need to find a lore video that explains the terminologies of these specifications. It's pretty clear that it plays a significant role, not just only for the games, but probably for the lore itself and how it's applied in the storytelling. So far the Atlus is pretty epic. He's really doing a great job selling me on this amazing piece of machinery here. It seems to be, from what I could tell, the seems to be like the baseline standard for mechs. It's pretty cool story wise that it gets passed down from person to person. It reminds me of the Abram tanks, the American Abram tanks. They're still in use to this day and have outlived all the commanders that had used it before, and it's still considered one of the best designed tanks in military history. And I'm wondering if that's what this is supposed to represent. It's supposed to be like the Abram tank, that longevity, that whole longevity in design and everything, and its efficiency.
Built around commonly available standard technologies to ensure relatively common availability of spare parts, upgrades, and ammunition.
All right.
The AS-7D has 19 tons of Duralex heavy special armor, 20 single-stack heat sinks, a Defiance Mech Hunter AC-20 autocannon, 4 Defiance B3M medium lasers.
So there's laser play.
SRM-6 launcher, a Farfire Maxi Rack LRM-20, and enough ammunition to keep it running for a fun-filled evening of carnage. The Atlas is built around combat survivability at its core, keeping in mind a philosophy of redundancy. The Atlas's weapon systems are bracketed for all ranges, assuming you will want to close with and stomp your opponent. That is, after showing them their weapons are useless against you.
Look at that poor guy.
LRMs for long range, medium lasers for intermediate range, the SRMs and autocannon for short range, and mighty battle fists for Mechwarrior fisticuffs. If anything runs out of ammunition, there are energy-based systems. If nothing else works, there are mighty fists to pummel an opponent to dirt.
That's awesome. It's got hand-to-hand combat.
There is armor. Truly, the Atlas lives up to its principal design considerations: assault. As previously stated, there are so many variants and versions of the Atlas that it's fairly impossible to figure out the base models, as each is often the pilot that drives it, the unit that bought it, or where it was discovered. There are variants as command mechs, there are variants built by successor houses like the Kurita-built AS-7K. There's even a Clantech patchwork retrofit popular among certain mercenary units. In particular, the AS-7D, parentheses C, which puts Clantech ballistic and missile weapons alongside Inner-Sphere energy weapons. This doesn't even begin to get into the unique one-offs built by Warlord's mercenary.
Yo, that's epic. That's a skeleton.
Pilots. And further, the Atlas has spawned another mech, which was a subversion or enhanced version of the original, the Atlas II, which was technically an exclusive variant to the Star League Defense Forces Royal Regiments. Nearly forgotten by the clan invasion, only one was spotted during the 3052 Battle of Tues. Which mech do you want to see next? What part of this universe shall I dive into? I'll let you decide down in the comments. This channel is entirely brought to you by viewers like you.
Yeah, most definitely check out this channel. Links is down in the description below. This is I like the way he sold. He sold on the mech, like really made it all hype and everything. Black Pants Legion did a good job. I really like the Atlas. The fact that it's got a skull for a head, and it really reminds me of the Abram tanks. Saying in terms of its longevity, it's customizable. It seems like it's the Everman mech. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's designed for pretty much anybody, whoever can get their hands on it. Whoever could get their hands on it and become the pilot. It really takes a lot of beating, apparently, and it really sounds like fun. I'm glad that there was confirmation that there is laser play involved. that they do have lasers, because those images looked a little bit on the weird side. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a little weird seeing a laser beam, and you wouldn't even confirm that it doesn't have a laser beam. Turns out, there's no laser play, but it's good that that the stats did confirm the laser play. This has the lore behind this is pretty amazing. Built by Alexander Koretsky. Let's see, made by 4 different corporations. It's basically an SUV with cannons on it. From what I'm understanding, it's an SUV with cannons on it. To put the analogy on, if the analogy is, it's supposed to be an iconic representation of mech. So I don't know if this is supposed to be the first one. I thought the Magi was the first one. I don't know. I need to know who's the first one, because I would like to see do research on the first mech. In terms of lore, the first mech that was ever built. Who built it? Why was it built? How did it affect the war? The whole world. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see that. But basically, it's always been repurposed. It was treated as a hand-me-down. It's full of redundancy. It's seen many wars, including the Secession Wars, as well as other skirmishes and civil wars, coups. Apparently, as time went on, there were many various versions of the Atlus was made. So everybody knows it's a class, knows that that's the Atlus. But I guess as time went on, they completely lost the origins of it lore wise, meaning that Kerensky's legacy must have disappeared over the generations. So this is probably like one of the oldest mechs involved, saying like the old ones, saying like Cthulhu, like this is a Cthulhu mech. This is a Cthulhu mech. And it doesn't seem like it has any allegiance either from if I'm understanding correctly. It's just it could be in the hands of a mercenary very easily, and the mercenary will come out the Atlus and work with whichever house is looking for help. So if House Kudita is like, yeah, we need someone from the outside to do something, this person's got the Atlus, perfect, and they'll pay a whole lot. And it spun off, and what's funny is that it spun off for the Sterling Forces, a whole other brand of Atlus. And it's also got hand-to-hand combat capabilities, the old fisticuffs, the Mega Punch. I would like to see how that looks. Well, actually, no, I did see how that looks. They showed that. But this was pretty cool. The Atlus is really cool. It's a mercenary mech now, more so than anything else. I'm wondering how many people play that in the game itself. Filled with redundancy. It's supposed to be iconic and invoke fear. I like that. I like that. I like that in the story. You know what I'm saying? When you could turn something into an iconic legend, make it mythological in every way amongst the characters in the story. It's always good to do that. But then again, I'm sure in Mechwarrior, every mech is mythological and and urban legend and such. So yeah, Black Pants Legion, again, links down in the description below. Be sure to check them out, give them subscriptions and so on. And big thanks once more to GetTech Tues29 and Caleb Jones 3636 for recommending the channel to me. Again, his Mackie video is 90 minutes long, so I need to research videos under 30 minutes. So, but hopefully I'll find that. And I would like to find out which mech is the first mech ever built in Battletech lore within the context of the lore itself, and see how that worked out. So I got myself a target. All right. So Head on over to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, a strange fantasy novel written by me. You'll find links down in the description below, along with links to other merch, such as pins, stickers, t-shirts, music. Enjoy the products. Thank you for your patronage. And if you happen to have purchased a copy of The Impossible Man and did a lore video on my novel, thank you very much. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. And if you're interested, you could join me in my live multi-stream on Twitch and Kick every Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look forward to hanging out with you, where I do lore research, cultural studies, gaming, and more. I'll see you then. So, until the next Battletech Mechwarrior research, thank y'all for joining me, and I wish y'all a good night, buenas noches, and oyasumi nasai.